Hello everyone, today we're taking a look at ResonateII, the successor to the Resonate virus that was featured on this channel some time ago. This is also written by Justquant and features a number of updates and enhancements to the original, as well as being a lot more stealthy and generally more cool. We're going to go ahead and run the virus now. So as we see, we just have ResonateII by Justquant. I'm going to go ahead and run it. And nothing appears to happen. However, this virus goes ahead, drops its files, also creates a few directories. However, these are hidden folders, and very soon we will not have the folder options menu as we do now, as ResonateII will soon disable it. So first things first, we can see that Task Manager has actually been disabled. It's grayed out on our taskbar, and using the keyboard shortcut tells us Task Manager has been disabled by your administrator, which generally points to something bad going on in the background. So our computer rebooted, and immediately we are greeted with the one payload that I haven't actually seen in action before, which has a 1 in 16 chance of activating every day in October. And we just so happen to be running this on October 5th, 2016, which causes this to pop up, and we cannot get rid of this. We are stuck with this creepy image of Patrick Star and the creepy music in the background, and we are off to a terrific start for this video. Okay, it appears we have successfully booted the computer again and did not end up with the creepy Patrick Star. So we're going to try and avoid making that happen again by changing the date to the first payload, which is actually the original payload of this virus from February 16th. And when we run a program, we'll run calculator. We get the classic SpongeBob Steppin' on the Beach Super Mario Bros. 3 remix that a lot of people loved from the original. And once again, there's a payload on April 20th, but this time it has been properly fixed and works. And when we change the date and run any program, our background is changed to a lovely image of a cannabis leaf. So now that we've got those original payloads out of the way, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate some of the stealth capabilities that are present in ResonateII. We're going to launch Notepad here and create a simple batch file. Just 2 lines of code. We'll go ahead and start the command prompt, and we'll save this on our desktop as command.bat. Why not? Close out of this, and if we take a look at this batch file, we will see that it's 18 bytes, exactly as we would expect because it's only 2 lines of code. When we run it, we see that command prompt does start. Nothing fishy about this. It works. If we go ahead and edit it once again, our code is still present here. However, if we look at our file size now, we can see that the size has actually grown to 311 kilobytes rather than just a few bytes. Now this is because ResonateII actually infects batch and VBS files. So VBS scripts are also affected by this. We can go ahead and demonstrate this really quick. Write 1 line of code, message box, yo. And don't forget to close your parentheses. Save as yo.vbs. And once again, we can see file size 12 bytes. We run it, yo, look at it again. It's now 311 kilobytes, and it opens with ResonateII. So what it does is it intercepts requests to edit files like this and serves up the original script that you wrote. So if you were editing your scripts, you wouldn't notice that anything was wrong. However, running them runs the virus and also then runs your original script. So this will always run yo. This will always run command prompt. However, they are infected. So that's something you gotta watch out for. For this next payload, we need any HTML file. It doesn't matter what it is. We're just gonna create a blank HTML file. Alright, looks good. We open it, opens in Firefox, and it is blank. Just as we would expect, because there's nothing there. 0 bytes. Now, if we change the date to January 1st, we will see the payload that activates when any infected program is run, or any program in general. We'll run calculator, for instance, and ResonateII actually searches out and overwrites HTML files. We see it's now 252 bytes with a familiar HTML page that you might recognize from one of my other videos. Challenge number 1, what is this from? Tell me what piece of malware this is from, and you'll win absolutely nothing. Maybe you'll get some thumbs up, I don't know, but do it anyway because it's fun. Now we've got 2 more relatively simple payloads to take a look at before we start taking a look at the really cool stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get those out of the way. First things first happens on June 17th, which is the anniversary of Justquant's little hacker group or something. I don't know what he calls it, but it's called Gaia, and it tiles the logo and gives us a message box. Gaia Labs, established June 17th, 2016. Hopefully you do not go blind. Notice that it's practically impossible to read text on this background, but that's okay. We're going to go and change the background again after we change the date to September 4th, which is when this next payload activates. And okay. And we'll change the background back. Except we can't, because any program you try to run simply launches fitt.org. Now that's some viral marketing. Huh? Come on, that was great. Anyway, I have found one way to run your programs even when they're being blocked by this virus, and that is with a batch script. So we're going to go ahead and run command. Actually, yeah, that's what we need, is command prompt. So if we run this, we can change the date from here. And we will actually change the date to ResonateII's intro, which happens on December 30th, I believe, which is Justquant's birthday. So we'll go ahead and change the date. And if we attempt to change the background, we get this intro. And I'll just let it play. And from there it loops, and to get out of this, we simply restart. So we will go ahead and do that. Now that we've rebooted, but as long as the day is still December 30th, instead of that intro, we get a message box saying, "Today is a very special day, give your computer a break." And this happens for any program you try to run. So we are going to use our command trick again and change the date so we can get rid of this background. This next payload activates on October 1st, and if you look at the end of my username here on YouTube and everywhere else, you might be able to figure out why that date is important to me. So we'll go ahead and run any program now that the day has been changed. We get a big full screen prompt. It says type happy birthday, Dan. And so we will. Yay! And that unlocks your computer and runs the program you were attempting to run. And this happens for any executable. You must type happy birthday, Dan, in order to use it. And here's challenge number 2. Tell me what virus this comes from, and once again you win absolutely nothing. But we do as we are told. Oh crap, I typoed. Okay, there we go. And now you can use your computer again. So every October 1st, you're going to be typing this in, whether you want to or not, because you have to wish me a happy birthday. Alright. Now it's time to take a look at the final payload, which pretty much completely nukes your PC, which activates anywhere between 5 to 15 months after the initial infection. So we're just going to go ahead and advance the date by about 2 years. We'll go ahead and do October 5th, 2018. And we'll run a program, and we should see it. There we go. We get the Nava Shield ominous laugh. Repeating endlessly, of course. Files disappear and are replaced in every directory with ResonateII. Once again, Fred Durst says, no computer today. Silly boy, go outside to play, and oh my god. Sweet dreams, 1071, 1084, and a message box. I've stuck around here long enough, and so have you. I think it's time we went our separate ways. ResonateII, written by Justquant, summer 2016. So at this point, your computer's pretty hosed. Run is gone. A lot of things are disabled, like navigating to drives are just done. Trying to run programs doesn't really work, and it also is hooked into this garbage program, which does not work. So everything from .pif, .scr, .exe, pretty much every executable type is now useless as it runs this garbage executable instead of what you're trying to run, which is bad. So one more thing on top of all this is that the virus searches for, let's see, I got a list here, exe, dll, ocx, nls, sys, scr, well, a lot of file types, including DLLs, and overwrites them with a string saying, you've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Now where have we heard that before? From Notepad, we can actually see that there are quite a few copies of Sweet Dreams on the desktop. 4096 actually, which takes up quite a bit of space, I'm sure. Well, we've put it off long enough. When we press OK on this message box, it boots us out of our Windows logon and back into the logon screen, saying us your computer has been recycled by ResonateII. Press OK, and now we have a large number of accounts, all with the Resonate icon on this computer, and they all have random passwords set. But the administrator account that we were using still works. The password is now Resonate. And if it works, it's really lagging. Okay, there we go. We can still log back in. However, first thing we're going to do as soon as we do is restart, because everything is broken. And when we restart, assuming it actually restarts eventually, there we go, we will get our third and last challenge to name that virus, which we will see here in just a bit if the computer ever shuts down, which I'm not sure it will, but it's working on it. Oh, there it goes. And we get our message saying that we have an illegal Microsoft Windows license detected, and we are in violation of the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Can you tell I'm tired? Anyway, third challenge. Which one is this from? Name all three in your comment and win absolutely nothing. Yeah, I don't have anything to give you. But yeah, that is about it for ResonateII. Recovery at this point is best accomplished by pretty much reinstalling Windows. I mean, there's no coming back from the massive amount of changes that the virus made to Explorer and just basic permissions and the way everything is hooked into each other. It's just a huge mess, and you'd be better off starting fresh at this point. So thank you, Justquant, for writing this improvement over the original Resonate. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to submit your own malware to be featured in one of these videos, please check out the links in the description. Thank you again for watching. Take care. One thing I forgot to mention, if at any time you attempt to run command prompt, regedit, or any number of other programs that the virus does not want you to run, we get a new payload. Now if you'd like to watch this full video, please check out the link in the description. Now that we've gotten those original payloads from the first Resonate out of the way, we're going to go ahead and look at some of the stealth capabilities that are present in ResonateII. So we are actually going to go ahead and run Notepad and create a simple batch file. We're just going to run command. So we'll go ahead and save this on the desktop. And that's it. We have 2 lines of code. When we look at our batch file, it is 18 bytes long, as you would expect. I mean, there's just a few characters. We run it, and command prompt opens, as we would expect. However, Resonate infects VBS and batch files, but attempts to display the original version of them. We'll go ahead and close out of this. And if we right-click and edit on this, it looks exactly like we would expect, but if you look at our properties menu, it is still the same size. Why is it the same size? Why didn't it affect it? Oh, now it does it. Okay, of course. Because why wouldn't it work the first time? Jesus Christ. However, if we look at our file size now, it's the same size. Why doesn't anything work the first time? Why does it always have to be a pain in the ass? Like, really, why? Why does this happen? Can somebody tell me why?